Hey everyone, Dan at Ochoco Bushcraft. Well, tomorrow, early morning, I'm going to be dropped off out in the mountains in a very remote location. The 10 items that you just saw are all that I'm going to have with me, other than the clothes I'm wearing. I will have no water. I will have no phone coverage. There is no phone coverage out here anywhere in these mountains. I will have no vehicle, and I will have no help. So I am putting myself out here on a personal survival challenge. What I hope will actually be the first of many of these, as we're in fire season right now. No fires, period. The only thing I could do for a fire is if I got into serious trouble and needed to put up some smoke to get rescued, but then I'd probably be in trouble for that. So I'm hoping to do many of these adventures, and that when fire season's over, to start doing ones where I will be dumped out here overnight. You know, the rain will be coming, the snow will be coming, and again, each time I will set up a different kit, a different area, a different challenge to test my skills, to take you guys on the journey with me, and show you and what I am doing hands-on to get myself out of here. So let's go over the kit. Now, the kit is based on my experience. I spend over 1,000 hours a year up in these mountains. And so the kit is based on personal experience, knowledge, time out here. Again, it's fire season, but I wanted some added challenges to this. So I'm starting this journey with no water. It is a drought right now. We are almost to enter August, and there is a very good possibility that I will have to safely get myself many, many, many miles, hours and hours of travel through an area that I have actually never hiked before. That's another thing. I know the direction of travel I need to go, but I have never hiked this area. So I'm in an area that I have a direction of travel, but I'm completely unfamiliar with what's in front of me. I have absolutely no water. My mission, number one, is to find water. I have no help, no vehicle, no contact information, or way to contact anybody. I mean, I do have one person who is dropping me off, and if they don't hear back from me at a designated time, we haven't decided yet whether that will be tomorrow night or the following night, but whatever that time is, if they don't hear from me, because my vehicle will be left at another location. That's the thing, is I have to travel through the mountains, down canyons, to where there is a creek that hopefully has water, prayerfully has water, and then follow that stream or stream bed to where my vehicle is, get back to town, let this person know that I made it safe, or perhaps they may even be waiting at my vehicle for me. And either case, if they don't see me or hear from me by a certain time, they and perhaps search and rescue will be out here hunting for me. Prayerfully, such a thing doesn't happen. So perimeters I set were, I can only take with me on this trip what will fit in a small pouch or in the pockets of my BDUs. So the first item is my Ochoco bush knife. This is mine and the late Mark of Sagebrush Customs design. It is a small carbon steel bushcraft knife, long handle, full tang, with a 90-degree spine for getting, fat wood shavings, starting a fire. So this will be my one and only cutting tool. And I'll be wearing that on my belt as I travel, and it does fit the perimeters of what I set that I'm allowed to carry, because this would fit in the cargo pocket on my BDUs, but I will carry it on my belt. Again, everything that I'm taking, total of 10 items, has to fit in either a small pouch or in the pockets of my BDUs. Now, I have not decided yet. I will decide tomorrow morning what is more comfortable. I will either take everything out of this small pouch and distribute it evenly in my pockets, or I will just put this on my belt. But everything in here easily fits in my BDU pockets. Again, that is the rule, perimeter, whatever I set for myself. That's it. Only what will fit in the pockets of my pants, even if I carry it in a pouch. 10 items total. You saw the knife. Water is my priority. There is no fires out here. I'm not allowed to boil to purify. So I'm not bringing a metal container. I'm traveling light to make my travels through unknown country easier. I've used these before. The Aqua pouch from Self-Reliance, or Survival Resources, sorry. Survival Resources. I'll try to put this info in the description. And basically, once I find some water, I can just fill this bag with water, carry it on my belt. I'm using orange cordage, so if I set it down by the stream, I can easily spot it. And Hydro Blue makes these small little filter straws, which I'll be using. They have a carbon filter on the end, which gets rid of chemicals, pesticides, and importantly right now is taste. And then inside is the filters, the rest of the filter fibers. So my hope is to find water, fill this bag, and then as I finish my traveling, and I'm hoping to find water in a canyon and not have to spend half the day searching for it, but I may not have a choice. It may be a long, hot, dry, very thirsty day. This is a real survival challenge. This is what I want to do. I'm going to get water, use my filter to drink it right out of this pouch. And I'm very thankful this gets rid of taste, because the cows are out here and they're in the water and it may not taste so good. So those are the first 3 items. Set everything to the side. Okay. If things end up where I have to stay the night, I can't make it out before dark, or I need to signal for help in the dark, I have this small Petzl E LITE, and I'll, again, in the description. It's not a bright light. I believe it's only like 50 lumens, but it's extremely compact. And it has a whistle on it. Not loud, but definitely enough to get someone's attention. And the light has some different settings on the white: bright, low, and strobe. And then I also have red strobe and red. Where's my red? My plain red, and off on both the bottom and top. And then cool little thing about this light, so if I have to stay the night, I'll wear on my head, is the battery time on low is ridiculous. It's like 4 days or something. So literally I should be able to put this on strobe and blink the thing all night long if I get into trouble. If it's close to dark, I'm going to use the little bit of light that it does give to get myself out of here. But if I'm way up in a canyon and there's no hope of not having to walk miles in the dark, then I'm going to be using it to assist me in putting up shelter. It's summer, it's hot during the day, but it still gets pretty chilly at night. I'll have my long sleeve shirt on with me, and I have the SOL heat sheet, which will not tear easily like the Mylar blankets. I've done a video on that where I poked a hole in this and then still jerked on it hard and the hole wouldn't get bigger. So I'll make a pine needle bed or a fir bough bed, wrap up in this blanket, and settle in for the night, and at first, crack of the gray morning light, finish my hike out if I have to stay the night. So this, and some bank lines. So basically I would either wrap up in this. There's no rain forecasted. We are in a drought. There has been no moisture for weeks, not a drop. There is none in the future. But if something happened that I needed to do more than wrap up in it and turn it into a shelter, I have enough bank line to where I could put a stone, or something in the corners, tie the corners off and make a little lean-to or some other type of shelter. I have, now it's fire season, there are no fires, but I have my ferro rod because if I ended up in the bottom of a canyon with a broken leg or something, which is possible, I would not hesitate to clear out a safe area, um, build a little fire, and put some green leaves and grass and things on it to send up a smoke, because that would immediately bring the fire crews out here and someone would find me. So for that reason, I have the ferro rod, but it is fire season. I cannot have a fire for light or warmth or cooking or purifying water or anything else right now without getting in some serious trouble and bringing in a whole entourage of firefighters. So the last 3 items, where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 3 items. I have 1 insect repellent. When I do get to water, I'm not saying if, when I find water, odds are it's going to be in a heavily shaded area where the mosquitoes, yellow jackets, horseflies, everything else that wants to bite you or carry you off will be. I'm going to need to, I'll have a shirt on, but I'm going to need to get whatever's exposed, my neck, maybe my face, forehead, whatever part of my arms or hands, or I'm going to get eaten up pretty bad. So I chose this for one of my items. Mayday Food Bar, this little bar, which weighs almost nothing, has 400 calories and over 50 grams of carbs. So energy. I have been walking for hours. I'm beat. I want to load up on carbs and calories. So these little mini meal bars, to me, they taste like a lemon cookie bar. I actually like them, and I keep them in my vehicle. I keep them in different kits, and find them to be handy. So the last item on this, and I hope I counted properly, and this is 10. If it's not, I'll take something out, is a bandana. Many purposes. If I am hot and I find water, I might soak this in the cool water, tie it around my neck, tie it around my head, and just try to lower my body temperature, because we're pushing 90s every day too. So it's going to be hot. That's why I'm in the tank top. It's hot. I'm in a shady spot. But the afternoon heat, which I could end up walking in, or I may end up sitting in the shade in and waiting till evening to finish. This will help keep me cool. Also, if I do need to make a little fire, worst case scenario, it'll catch shavings or hold tinder because I didn't bring anything with me. And medical, I do know and am able to identify some medicinal plants out here. So if something happened, maybe I slip on a hillside, cut my hand or forearm or something on a sharp rock, I can use those medicinal plants to help sanitize it. Use this like a bandage. So that, other than, again, the little pouch, which may or may not be on my belt, because I also have to have my camera that I'm filming with, a tripod so that I can set it down like I am now when I want to film things other than just my travels, what I'm doing, what I'm making. And I will have a power bank with me, which will hang on my belt, because I have no idea if my phone is going to last as long as my trip, and it probably won't. I'm actually using, there is no phone coverage out here again, but I'm using the camera on my phone to film. So there's a possibility that I will run my charge out, in which case I will have to turn the video off, hook the power bank up, get a charge back in, and continue filming. So this could be divided up into a couple parts. We'll just have to see what happens. But the last thing I would want is only to be able to film part of the journey and not the entire journey. Sorry, my ears are always in tune. It's just, it's a habit. So anyway, the power bank will be with me on my belt in a pouch along with the charging cord. my charge gets low at some point and I need to turn this video into 2 or 3 or whatever, I will do that so that I can keep filming and take you guys on the entire journey from start to finish. So this is the kit that I'll be taking. This is the first time that I have done this. I'm out here all the time by myself, which is a challenge in itself. But this is the first time I've had someone deliberately drop me off many, many, many miles from my vehicle, from a way out of here. And it's the first time that I will start my journey with no water. So it's going to be interesting and it's going to be fun. And I hope you guys enjoy that. And again, that's tomorrow morning that I'm doing that. So if all goes well and I'm back home and I'm safe as planned, then within a couple days of you guys seeing this video, you will see that video. I'm hoping for, just a couple days after. Dan at Ochoco Bushcraft, guys. Stay tuned. The adventure starts bright and early tomorrow morning. Take care, you guys.